Hey, Katja,
Hey,
long time no see.
hey. Yeah, I like the applause. It sounds it sounds
Right?
amazing.
I
Like
mean,
everyone is waiting for us.
yeah, so jazzy as well. I mean, this it's
Yeah, yeah.
pretty lovely intro, I gotta say. So at this point, we're just pretty much hanging out and waiting for people to come over from the Premiere Online event keynote. If you're watching the recording for this Q&A and you haven't seen the keynote yet, would probably be useful because it's probably going to be a bunch of questions in regards to what happened in the keynote there. How did the recording go for you when you recorded your part?
Oh my God. I think we used 3 or 4 cameras, and it feels so strange. And I was worried a lot, of course, but at the same time, it energizes and gives a lot of inspiration. Like you feel you do something amazing and very important. So awesome experience.
Right? There's really it's an atmosphere of like, oh, this is
Yeah, yeah.
there's some cool stuff going on, which I think is really exciting. Um, it's just kind of
Is it?
with the lights, and the camera. I think
Yeah.
it took us about 3 hours to get the lights ready properly in the Munich location where we were filming. But I mean, if you look at the visuals, if you ask me, it really looks like it was worth it.
I have a very important question.
Yeah,
How did you choose the T-shirt for your recording? Because
it's a good question.
it's
It's a
one of
good
the
question.
best things in the keynote. It's all
Thank you
great,
so
but
much.
your outfit is the top.
Thank you so much. Yeah, so this is it's a long process in which I go to my closet and look what is clean. No, no, it's so I have recently kind of moved, and I'm not sure in most other official videos I wear this JetBrains branded polo
Yeah.
shirt. But I've kind of taken to wearing more Hawaiian shirts or like colorful shirts because I'm of the opinion if you wear a summery shirt, then summer has no other option but to either arrive or stay around. So even when it's like, when it's winter and dark and everyone is like gloomy and sad, it's nothing better
Yeah,
than wearing a Hawaiian shirt.
I totally understand what you're talking about. I moved to Sochi recently. It's the city on the south of Russia, and it's kind of warm here comparing to Moscow and St. Petersburg. So I decided to wear only skirts and shorts until the December, maybe, and no matter the weather is. But I moved to sunny city, and I want the summer to be with me as long as
Yeah.
possible. And I agree that you can control it with your clothes. Yeah, I like this theory. It's not a theory. It's the life.
Yeah, exactly. You just gotta live it, and then it will happen. You can will it into existence. All right. I think at this point,
Hope we
actually,
could.
we've
Yeah, yeah.
yeah. Sorry. I think at this point we've actually managed to get most of the people over from the keynote stream. We've got a lot of people already typing questions in the chat, which is exciting, and that's exactly where you can put your questions as well. If you have something, because we have a bunch of interesting guests who are going to be joining us in just a minute here.
Yeah. So I think we can start with the official beginning. We prepared
Yes.
a little bit. So, okay. And hello, everyone. Welcome to our Kotlin online event, big and a little bit chaotic Q&A session. I'm so excited to be here with all of you who have been watching the keynote, and I hope you enjoyed. And of course, as you can see, I won't be alone here today. Welcome the well-known author of the exciting Kotlin YouTube videos, co-host of the beloved Talking Kotlin podcast, author of tons of useful Kotlin content, and just the best partner for hosting any live session, Sebastian. Sebastian, how are you?
Oh my god. I flattered mostly. That was I think the best introduction I have ever received. Oh my god. This
Thanks.
is amazing.
That's not all. That's not all I've prepared. Besides all your achievements I already mentioned, you now the keynote star also. So
Yeah.
tell me please, how does it feel to be a rock star?
Oh my god. Oh, that's yeah. It's honestly it's quite great. You know, I think I made for life in front of the cameras. You know, telling people about all the cool stuff that people are building. No, but it's honestly really exciting. Kind of being able to talk about all these exciting topics with people and introduce them to new stuff, which I think is, you know, it's the quintessence of what a developer advocate is, right? And it's really exciting seeing people kind of take the stuff you tell them and run with it to like positions and do stuff with things that you've introduced them to that you couldn't even do yourself, right? It's this exponential way of influencing other people, which I think is so amazing.
I love it.
So at this point, I think enough about us. Unfortunately, I did not prepare a like 7-clause introduction for you, but I think at this point everyone knows who you are as well. We can actually move on to introducing our guests, or well, let them actually introduce themselves if we can somehow manage to get them on the broadcast.
Let's see.
Wonderful. Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Hey.
Hi.
All right, so we have a bunch of people here, and again, the most important thing is that you ask your questions to these people. And if you want to know what kind of questions you can ask, the best thing will probably be to quickly get to know the people who are here in our Q&A session. So we're just going to quickly go through and let everyone introduce themselves, starting with Alina.
Hi, everyone. Happy to be here. Thank you for inviting me. I'm Alina. I'm from the Kotlin marketing team, and yeah, I'm running a Kotlin community support program, and we'll be happy to answer any question about community related or marketing related or yeah, in this direction.
All right, Roman.
Hi. I'm the lead language designer and opening keynote for you here today, so hope you like it.
Yeah, truly a man who does not need an introduction. All right, Igor.
I am a product manager in Kotlin. That's all, I guess.
Wonderful. All right, then Anastasia.
Hey, and I'm product manager for Kotlin multi-platform. So me, Kate, and a bunch of other folks are responsible for making Kotlin multi-platform great.
Okay, so, well, as you see, Q&A session is a great way to become a really active participant in our event because, well, yeah, you can ask questions. You should ask questions, and we all would love to answer them. And one more piece of motivation. For 10 most interesting questions, we will send 10 exclusive, oh my God, they're awesome, swags. So we will post the 10 questions we chose and how to get them 24 hours after the event. So please make sure not to miss this information here in the comments to our stream and in our official Twitter.
That's right. But of course, the main motivation for you should not be to get the exclusive swag, though that's a nice little thing,
Really?
but to actually get answers for your questions. You know, you got all these people here with a lot of Kotlin knowledge. Use that opportunity as well. Okay. With that, I think we can actually start diving into the first couple of questions because I can see that our spreadsheet is slowly filling. Actually, it's filling quite rapidly. Seems our fears of not having enough questions have been quashed quite quickly here. And we're gonna start out with the first question, which I'd throw towards Igor, which is, what do I need to get hired as a Kotlin developer?
That's a great question, because if you want to be a Kotlin developer, you can start with various learning materials that JetBrains and the community have for you. For example, the recent JetBrains Academy courses, Kotlin Basics, a Kotlin developer, that teaches you Kotlin on some real-world projects, or Atomic Kotlin, created by our developer advocate Sveta Isakova, is also a great place to start. But if you want not just to be a Kotlin developer, but you want to be a developer of Kotlin, we also have great job openings for you. So open jetbrains.com/careers, I guess.
That's
And
it.
and browse the job openings that we have.
Yeah, and we got a bunch of interesting ones. So we got technical writer positions, we got developer advocate positions, we got a bunch of different ones. So just kind of check that out. And yeah, maybe there's something interesting for you as well, and maybe we'll greet you on one of these podcasts in the near future.
We even have some JavaScript developers in our team.
Yeah,
like real JavaScript developers.
Yeah, but more importantly, also Kotlin JS developers.
Yeah.
And Kotlin for WebAssembly developers we also hire. There's a lot of good stuff going on.
I want to ask the next question, especially because I want to ask Seb this question. So Seb, when could we wait for WASM All Access preview to be available?
It's a good question, and I can absolutely understand why people want to get their hands on this kind of stuff, because I'm also already getting antsy and looking over some other developers' shoulders as they show me like live demos and stuff. So first of all, the first way on how you're gonna see a demo that you can't touch but you can at least you can at least view is by looking at the Kotlin and WebAssembly a first look video, which I believe is about to be scheduled to come out tomorrow. Where we'll have a live demo and we'll have someone actually walk us through kind of the whole structure. And we are planning to release an early access version for you to play around with, which again, gonna be very, very early, sometime next year, early next year, hopefully. Yeah.
Great.
All right. I have another question because in the keynote we featured the results of the Kotlin features survey, I believe. So my question goes to Alina. That is, are the results of that survey actually already public for people?
Oh yeah, thanks for the question. Now the answer is quick. It's not yet published, but yeah, we are planning to publish them. I'd recommend you to follow us on Twitter, as I guess it will be the first place where this news will appear. And yeah, but I can definitely give you a sneak peek because I already have some results, and I can share top 3 features, the most voted features. So the first most voted feature is multi-catch and union types. Second place goes to collection literals. And the third most voted is multiple receivers on extension functions and properties. Yeah, this is our top 3. And more insights will follow, I guess next month or yeah, in maybe 3-4 weeks, something like this.
Cool. The next one goes to finally Roman. I like the wording, very concise question. What's all that about KSP? Please, please, we need some answers.
KSP is great. I mean, KSP is it's like the annotation processing for Java, but actually for Kotlin. And that's actually, we waited for very long. Like when we created initially capped it, we all of us knew that's just a hack for a time being, because it had to represent all the rich Kotlin type and symbol information in like stripped down simplified Java form. So you can't do like rich processing based on that information. And we're really happy that Google took that and created KSP to bring to you like ability to do all the things you can do with annotation processors, but in truly Kotlin native way, which is also works not with Kotlin JVM, but with all the Kotlin multi-platform. So KSP is the future for annotation processing in Kotlin. That's for sure. All
right, wonderful. I have a question that goes out to Nastya in regards to Kotlin multi-platform mobile. Are there any plans for direct Swift compatibility without going through Objective-C?
Let's just say yes, there are. I'm not sure that it will be done before beta because Kotlin Native team is very busy with bringing new Kotlin Native garbage collector to production quality, but I'm pretty sure that we will be able to tackle this topic a bit before the stable release.
All right.
Great news. Igor, please be ready. I have one very complex, really serious question. Please concentrate.
Okay. I'm all in.
So the question is, can I say Kotlin has the most amazing and satisfying documentation I have ever come across?
What an interesting question. I guess yes, you may say it. That's all from my side.
Well, I actually, again, I want to attach something to that. If you are also passionate about documentation and want to make sure that in the future the documentation is also really good, you should definitely see, and maybe you want to apply as a technical writer in the Kotlin team. And again, you can visit jetbrains.com/careers. We'd really love to have your support so that we can make sure that in the future the documentation is also great.
And a short spoiler, we are looking at technical writer, maybe with a focus to KMM technology. So if you have a mobile experience, it will be even better. So please, we are waiting for you.
That's pretty, you get to work on the documentation for, the real exciting stuff that everyone's hyped about now. I have a question that I want to direct probably to Alina. Is there any way to get our new mascot, yet to be named, maybe as like a plush or some other way? Can you buy it?
Yeah, that's an amazing question. So far, no place where to buy it, but yeah, I believe that you'll have a chance to get some swag with the Kotlin Mascot. We usually share it and give it away for the most enthusiastic and most active community members. So yeah, get ready and I see the most enthusiastic
members.
Yeah. So the two first in line. Okay, but just take active participation in our activities at this event, and I think that it will come very soon, and we'll absolutely notify you if there is a chance to buy it in the future.
People sometimes ask me, hey folks, how do you monetize Kotlin? It's a programming language, you can sell it. But now I think we found a new value stream. So probably we will earn money on selling the mascot.
That's right. So there's actually one more way, which I think you have an option to create or to get some of this Kotlin and Kotlin Mascot branded swag, right? So for that, maybe we can do like a short intermission cut.
Yeah. I think we need a short intermission first because I think let's give our speakers some time to rest. That was a great bunch of questions. I love the energy. I love the dynamic. Folks, you have about 1 minute because I have one very important question from my side, and I want to take this opportunity to ask my question, and it goes to Seb. Very important question. Seb, how do you learn about Kotlin?
So I personally, there's this guy on YouTube who does these like standard library Safari things. Those I always think they're pretty useful, Now, I mean, obviously it's just reading a lot of content, reading documentation, all these kind of things, right? But content has to be out there for people to read it, and we're actually really excited to see people writing all these materials as well, and we want to encourage that a little bit more in the context of this event as well. So for people who are creating Kotlin content, so that might be videos or blog posts or other kind of teaching materials, we are going to be giving out 10 more kind of packs of like exclusive swag. So those you can submit, I believe, via Slack. Is that correct?
Yeah, via dedicated channel in Slack. Again, we will post all the rules about best questions here in our QA session, about the rules of our content creators in the comments here and in Twitter. Don't miss it.
That's right. So just kind of keep an eye out for that, and if you're enjoying creating content and you also want to be rewarded, then just submit that as well to us, and you get again a chance to maybe get something with the Kotlin mascot on it. Who knows? Another great question that goes into the room is, where's Hadi? It's a great question. I don't know. I guess we could give him a call. I think he's just in Malaga. There's more faces to Kotlin than Hadi and me. There's other people doing broadcasts as well. Anyway.
And Sveta.
Yeah,
the
and
audience
Sveta
is also asking about Sveta.
Yeah, she's alive and well. Don't worry, she's just not here right now. All right.
Let's come back to our questions.
That sounds like a great idea.
I wanted to say that Nastya and I are really a great team because, well, as you can see from the keynote, I do all the KMM talking, while Nastya do all the KMM thinking. That's why I will be asking Nastya KMM questions. So, Nastya, tell me please, what we should adopt? React, Flutter, and now KMM? Oh my God, it's too hard to choose.
It's gonna be an unbiased answer.
Yeah, to make it not that biased, let's just say that community has already written a bunch of articles about what you should use in which cases, and I'll just redirect you to them. And probably will add a little bit of my personal opinion here. So disclaimer, it's my personal opinion. I think that KMM really shines in cases where you have a lot of logic in your applications, and any mistake in that logic in one of them could cost you a lot of money or a lot of effort. Also, it's pretty great for existing applications, especially for Android first apps, because, well, you just can save time on rewriting the whole logic twice. But yeah, the big but here is that you should be a fan of native mobile UI. As for React Native, probably it would be great to use if you have a lot of JavaScript developers. As for Flutter, well, let's just say that I adore Flutter. I think that it's a great UI framework. Actually, a couple of days ago, I had a dream where I came to work and Kate is telling me, Nastya, do you know that we have released Jetpack Compose for iOS along with Flutter moving to Kotlin? What do we do? Which framework do we recommend? And I was like, oh my God, this is the best dream ever. I didn't want to wake up. But yeah, Flutter is still a UI framework, and it has its limitations in the cases where KMM can shine. That's it.
I wanted to just add a little bit. I suggest to check out one of our latest blog posts about the results of the last multi-platform survey, because there we give a short overview of the regular KMM adopters path and the user portrait. So you can analyze how does their project look, their team looks like, and compare with your situation and make a decision if KMM fits your needs.
All right. So I have one more question, which I think should go out to Igor. So we again in the keynote we asked people to try Docker and really use it for all their documentation needs. So one of the big questions right here is, can we publish Docker documentation to GitHub pages?
Yeah, definitely. You can do it, but please note that currently GitHub Markdown support is in alpha status, while the HTML support is more stable and is going to beta. So there may be some problems because it's still rough. And if you want the perfect documentation, use HTML, but you can try to use GitHub also.
All right. Okay. That's good to know. I think someone, if you're looking for article names for the content creation contest, maybe publishing Docker to GitHub pages would be great. I personally think there should be an article called Docker documentation on Docker. So containerized docs. I'm not sure if someone has done that before. Sounds like a great idea. All right.
The next one, I think, definitely goes to Roman. When will we have the union type feature?
Oh, we hear you. I mean, we know that the union types are the most requested feature by many counts, but it is also one of the most complex features that are currently on our plate for the future of Kotlin. So our plan is to finish working on new K2 compiler frontend first, and then take the best brains from the compiler frontend team and tackle the problem for the union types. That's the plan. So stay tuned.
All right. I got a question that goes out to Alina. And that is, are there gonna be in-person events again that are gonna be organized or sponsored by JetBrains? So specifically, Olaf here asks about Munich, which would also be dear to my heart. But I figured the question might be interesting to people outside of Munich as well.
Yeah, at this point, I a bit missing Hari as well. So getting about the in-person, getting to the in-person events, I guess that our most famous was Kotlin Conf, and at the moment we're of course all dreaming of seeing it back again and gathering all together in person, but it's something that doesn't depend on our decision or on our will, right? So we all follow in the situation, and of course, at the very moment when we can get back to in-person events, we will do it. The interesting thing here is that I'm aware of some in-person events which happen in different corners of our planet because the situation is not the same for every country. So some people already getting back to offline events and seeing each other in person. If you are lucky and your region is already getting better and offline events are the thing again, so maybe you can check out our talks section on the website on kotlinland.org and find any upcoming events which will be hosted near your location. Yeah, that's unfortunately the answer for now. We don't know exactly.
All right, fair enough. Yeah, so at this point, I think we'll take another quick break, and again let our guests here recuperate some of their energy so that they can come back with some wonderful answers in just a moment.
Yeah, and I suggest to have some fun, fun.
I know fun, yeah.
Yeah, fun. I was waiting for your reaction. But I think everyone loves live demos. What can be better than a live demo? Only live demo with our online photo booth.
All right.
So, as a developer advocate, I want you today to advocate for our photo booth.
All right, so I'll be okay. I guess I'll be advocating for our photo booth. That sounds amazing. All right. Well, I'm just gonna hope that we'll get this on the screen here. Wonderful. So, to really have some fun, apparently, as we were just told, we've introduced a little bit of a gimmick on the Kotlin 2021 Premier Online Event landing page. And that is because we are building up a little community portrait of people who who represent our community. And the way that we do this is we have this little photo booth link, which you can open up, and then you enter and you agree that your soul is now owned by, I don't know, the post processor. You get this little thing here where you can take a selfie. So I'm just gonna
I suggest to do kind of, pair programming, but pair photo boofing. Yeah.
Okay.
I
All
will
right.
be
That sounds
driver,
good.
and you will be my hands.
So tell me. Okay. Tell me the pose here.
Push the button.
What kind of pose should I do?
Make a strong pose. Strong pose.
Strong pose.
Awesome.
All right. That looks great.
Looking good. Of course. Yeah.
Wonderful.
So, what is your favorite color?
My favorite color, probably the Kotlin purple.
So choose another one, please.
Choose another one. Let's see. We got a bunch of them. Oh, this looks kind of professional. I like this one. Oh, sorry, we're having fun. No, we'll do the proper pink. How about that? All right.
I think black goes with I don't know, purple, pink color.
That's a good combination. Yeah. So we'll do that. Ooh, stickers.
Oh, I think I just saw 3 cute mascots dancing near your shoulder.
Near my shoulder. Okay.
Yeah, 3 dancing mascots.
Which one's the dancing one?
I think they're all dancing.
Are they all dancing? Oh, this one. Well, this one's slurping a drink, so this just kind of represents me as a person. It's just gonna sit down here, and then we'll just have this little guy sit on my shoulder, right here, and let's see, which one else do we have? This. Oh, that is so cute. Gonna have this guy over here.
Yeah,
you can tell like there's a reason why my Instagram account is private. I'm not so great with this.
Yeah, and one thing we cannot proceed. Of course,
yeah, I see it.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Please add the ears.
Yeah, I see him. All right, okay. Yeah, that's a picture for the ages right there, and we'll.
I love it.
We'll rebrand from JetBrains to Kotlin. There we go, just for good measure. Okay. All right. And at this point, I guess I hit submit.
Yep. And of course, you have to share it in your Twitter.
Obviously, I have to share it on my Twitter. So let's see here. Having fun at Kotlin event. All right. That sounds amazing. Well, I guess I'll just... Thanks. For making me do this live. Okay. All right. Well, and we'll tweet that out, and I'm expecting a bunch of retweets on that very soon, hopefully.
At least 100 of likes, yeah, and 50 retweets.
That's amazing. Yeah, I sure hope this is going to be my best performing tweet.
So you just saw in live the process of creating new Kotlin tips.
That's right. Yeah. So
That's
once again, you find that by going to the landing page for the Kotlin 2021 Premier Online event, scrolling down a little bit, and clicking the photo booth icon. And we're more than excited to, you can just download these as well for your private use. But if you do want to share them and get yourself added to the community portrait, make sure to tweet them out with hashtag Kotlin Event 2021. All right.
Great.
Amazing.
That was fun. It just had to switch to kind of serious question, but they're very interesting. So let's
There's
continue.
already 10 people who liked this. You guys are fast. This might actually be my best performing tweet.
Now I'm jealous. I'm jealous because I was the driver, but it turns out okay.
Yeah, but I will earn the fruits of your labor here.
Oh, thanks for that. So, Igor.
Yes.
It's not about documentation.
I'm looking for Seb's Twitter account to also like his tweet, but I'm ready.
Make sure to follow me on twitter.com/sebi_io.
So, Igor, tell us, please, when Kotlin will be supported in VS Code, the new extension?
We don't have any plans of adding some kind of official VS Code plugin, but there are a bunch of great community plugins that you can try to use if you want. And we always encourage you to create new ones if you don't like the functionality of existing ones. If you have any questions to us regarding how to support some feature in this plugin or something else, just reach us with feedback at kotlinlang.org email, for example.
All right. So here's one of the big questions for Roman, which I think you've also answered a couple times, but you won't escape it. Don't worry, it's not about the ternary operator. Don't worry, it's okay. How is Kotlin going to compete with Java as Java is evolving with new exciting features like Loom, Valhalla, Amber, Panama? Will Kotlin JVM leverage those features?
First of all, like most of those features we don't have to compete with. Most of those features are library features that will be available to any JVM language, including Kotlin. And we're just like every other member of JVM community, really eagerly waiting for them. Things like Panama Loom will really expand the things you will be able to do in JVM platform. It doesn't matter which language you program it in. And so definitely Kotlin will benefit from them too. And of course, there are also some evolution in the JVM itself, like the largest one we're eagerly waiting for is Valhalla. That will not be a library-only feature, but will be really open up new possibilities in the bytecode. And as soon as it becomes stable, we'll be planning to start supporting it ASAP. We have lots of cool plans that are based on what things we can do with that.
I think this question is usually like a culmination of any Q&A session because it should be there. So thank you. And Nastya, I think as a product manager, you find question about dates as your favorite ones. So will KMM beta release date announced during this premiere online event? It would be wonderful if it is announced.
It already was in the keynote. KMM beta will come in spring 2022.
Maybe
now I
they
basically
want
don't need any New Year resolutions for the year 2022 because I already have the main one.
Okay. I have actually one more question for Roman here, and that is, what's your most memorable regret in Kotlin language design so far?
Oh, so far, I mean, the feature we're most struggling with is, of course, companion objects, statics, and all of it. So we know that community wants static extensions, and that's been so now it's now top 3 most wanted. It's been always the most wanted in our view track, and we're struggling with it because the way the companion objects work. So that's kind of the things we're regretting most about. But we have right now we're in prototyping phase. So we plan to have somewhere next year to publish some preliminary design docs and maybe a prototype with a solution that we think will help us. But then again, final call will be, of course, based on the community feedback we'll get from that. That's it.
Okay. Igor, next one for you. Is there any progress with upgrading Kotlin Playground?
Yes, we recently hired new developers to the Kotlin website team who also work on the Kotlin Playground. And as you will see in our updated Kotlin roadmap that will be updated, I think, in a couple of weeks, there are lots of plans for Kotlin Playground. We plan to fix many bugs that we have, make Playground mobile friendly, improve its performance, add multiple features like ability to save examples, open multiple tabs, export files, and many more. So if you really like Kotlin Playgrounds, you'll soon have many new nice cool features.
that's honestly really exciting for me because there's sometimes these moments when I stand around with someone and someone says something like, wait, that's not right. Then I discreetly pull out my phone and I open like the Kotlin playground and I quickly type it up. Then I'm like, ha, you see, this doesn't even compile. What are you talking about? Yeah, that's I'm fun at parties. But to be fair, they're the parties where people talk about Kotlin, so I think I can get a break.
Like in that meme when a lonely guy enters a room where everyone is dancing and
they don't
he's
know it doesn't
standing
even
alone.
compile. Exactly. I have a question for Nastya maybe, and that's about memory management in Kotlin multi-platform mobile. Always an exciting topic because in the docs on about iOS it says that the compiler uses a Swift reference counter. Apparently, how should people in general think about memory in multi-platform Kotlin projects?
The short answer is carefully, and the long answer would require much more time than we have on our hands. So I'll probably redirect you to the great blog post about new Kotlin Native memory model that Kate recently wrote, because we explained how Kotlin Native Memory Manager works there and how it will work in the future.
All right, wonderful.
Roman, can Kotlin team please specify more precise coding conventions? Because in my team, we always argue what and how to write. I personally don't think it's just a Kotlin problem, and arguing about what and how to write is just the basic of our everyday routine. But
so first of all, I mean, we're not fans of like really precise specifications personally, but that's not doesn't mean we're against like more specific things. So I think there is a great channel in Kotlin Slack on coding conventions. So if you're struggling with what's better in Kotlin, whether it's specified, I mean, there's always a good shot. Just go to Slack and ask in Kotlin conventions channel, and maybe there is an answer how to write this. And if it's not, and if there is a consensus on what's the best way to write this on that code, maybe it can serve a basis for future changes to Kotlin conventions. So if you think that there is something missing in Kotlin conventions and you get like community support on your side, like people generally agree that's how it should be done in Kotlin way, then shoot a pull request to our website with an improvement to Kotlin conventions, and we'll take a look. And if we like it too, we'll add it.
Nice. So here's a bit of flattery and then a bit of a question towards Alina. Your blog posts are really helpful. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
And the question that follows up is, could we have Kotlin annotated, similar to like Java annotated from JetBrains?
That's actually a great question. We don't have plans to create our Kotlin annotated newsletter, but there is a very, very wonderful newsletter run by one of the community members, by Enrique Lopez, and he's creating and standing behind Kotlin Weekly, an amazing newsletter. I think it's already a few years with us, and you can check it out and subscribe for Kotlin Weekly and get your dose of Kotlin news every week on Sunday. That's what I would recommend.
That's like Kotlin monthly, but 4 times as good because there's
exactly.
I'm just gonna quickly interject here with one question that I can answer myself. I'm trying to get access to or actually maybe Alina, you can answer this one as well. I'm trying to get access to the Kotlin Slack channels, but nobody approves. Is there a limit?
No, there is no limit.
Limit sounds like a good marketing strategy, Alina. You should think about it.
And it's only for not for everyone, right?
Very well, so blessed.
Jokes aside, there is no limit. I try to send invites daily, I I didn't manage to send out them today, but we'll do right after the event. So yeah, still, if you didn't get your invite within 2 days, which is the longest, I guess, please reach out to me via email. I think it's mentioned there on the Slack invitation form. And I'll try to help you. Sometimes there are bugs and the invites just don't come through. Sorry for this.
All right, so you'll get in there eventually. We'll make sure.
At least it's great to know that there is no limit, at least now. So
No limit.
don't
No
wait
limit.
too long. Okay, suddenly, but the next one goes to Seb.
To me.
Seb, how do you get employed as a developer advocate for Kotlin?
Now that's a really good question, and it actually could. It's funny because it's kind of sounds like a question that we just made up, but that actually came from the community, which is even better. And the answer, of course, is apply at JetBrains. We're a company like any other, and this is a job like any other. But it's I think it's one of the most exciting ones because you get to do all the things at once. So if you're enjoying creating videos for people, hosting podcasts or Q&A sessions like this, reaching out to people and just kind of being the connecting link between a huge community of really, really friendly developers and a large team of people who are really, really skilled in building this programming language, then absolutely, if you wanna apply and join us in the developer advocacy team, come on board. We actually have an opening right now for a developer advocate in Kotlin multi-platform mobile. So again, yeah, exactly. So again, jetbrains.com/careers. Or that's spelled with a C, not with a K, just because I saw that beforehand. Not everything is a Kotlin pun, don't worry. Or scroll all the way to the bottom on JetBrains.com and click careers. That also works. And yeah, we would love to talk to you if you think you would be a good fit for this role. There's a lot of stuff that can be done, and we would be really exciting to get someone on board there.
Yeah, and as KMM goes beta in spring 2022, and the number of interest is growing, and we see all the questions, well, I think the developer advocate will definitely have a lot of interesting things to do. We have a lot of tasks, and all of them will be highly appreciated and recognized in the community. So
yeah,
just don't hesitate.
Exactly. And at the same point, by the way, let us once again shout out the fact that we are also looking for a technical writer for Kotlin multi-platform mobile. So, I can tell that Igor is already laughing because I'm really overdoing the advertising here, but jetbrains.com/careers. We need you to make sure that Kotlin stays great. All right. Well, let's move on to another question for a couple of folks. This one's a little bit out there. It's a little bit different. I guess it goes to Roman. Is there anything that Kotlin could learn from a language like Rust?
Oh yeah, Rust is a really cool language with lots of really novel ideas that kind of push the boundary forward. And historically, I mean, not just specifically for us, but Kotlin has. If you watch Andrew's video on what languages Kotlin learned from initially, it was a number of experimental and languages too. So I mean, Kotlin loves to take features from languages that explore the frontier. It's particularly Rust has a great story on borrow checking, and even though it's kind of not in a Kotlin style to require developers to annotate their code basically as much or think that much about memory and resources, there are definitely some ideas that we can borrow from there, pun intended, in the future to make resource management easier in Kotlin.
Great. Igor, I know you are a fan of, top 3 style question. Is it true?
Yeah, they're the best ones, especially from you.
Yeah, but that one goes from the community. And what are your top 3 benefits of adopting Kotlin in a backend Java developer team, apart from syntax godless?
Well, that's a great one because besides being a product manager for Kotlin, I'm also kind of Kotlin backend developer myself because my pet project is entirely written, its backend is entirely written in Kotlin. So I will answer to you not from some script, but from my heart. And on the first place, it's definitely safety. Thanks for nullability. Second place is coroutines that make the concurrency real easy, especially, for example, for me, I don't have very much experience with Java concurrency myself, but achieving what I needed with coroutines was surprisingly easy for me. And the third thing is, it's the fact that you get all this goodness, syntax goodness of the language, its conciseness and all the stuff. We together with keeping interop with Java. So you have all the Java ecosystem besides Kotlin ecosystem. You have all the tooling that you need, and you have such great language as Kotlin. So for me, it was also a killing feature because when I needed some library and I didn't have a Kotlin library for my task, I could just take any Java dependency and use it just out of the box. So that was really great experience.
All right, cool. Here's a bit of an interesting question. I'm not actually not sure who to direct this to, but are there any plans for getting Kotlin to run on some kind of embedded systems? Probably, I assume, Kotlin Native.
I can try to answer. Currently, we don't have such plans because the whole Kotlin Native team who is working on Kotlin Native is dedicated to running Kotlin for iOS, creating the garbage collector, and working on Objective-C and Swift interop. So currently the whole team is busy with those top priority things. Maybe sometime later, but definitely not this or next year.
Okay.
And if you are not tired yet of talking about job openings, we will soon have a job opening for associate product manager for Kotlin multi-platform and for our Kotlin native possibilities, maybe including embedded. So
wonderful. JetBrains.com/careers. Okay, with that, I think it's time for another short intermission again to let people catch their breath and order their thoughts again. Right, Kate?
Yeah, all our previous iterations was so good, so I just can't imagine what comes next.
Yeah.
It's strange that I can't imagine because I came with the idea of this intermission.
Because that is what we call movie magic.
Yes, I love competitions. But thinking about competitions and something Kotlin related, I just couldn't come up with the idea of what things to compare. Because, for example, we just can't choose the best compiler backend because they all. Awesome.
I mean, I could, but it's a different story.
I'm not surprised, Seb. I'm not surprised. But what we can do is to choose the best photo booth picture, because Seb is not the only one who prepared an amazing selfie, Kotlin branded selfie. So right now, I will show you 4 photos of our amazing speakers here, and you, the audience, will decide who will be the winner. And that's very important decision, because the prize, oh my God, we will post this photo in the official Kotlin account. I don't know what can be better. Seb, do you know?
No, honestly, this is gonna be the height of entertainment that we got going. I think this is ideal. I can't wait to see all these pictures.
Okay, so you will be able to vote via, I believe, YouTube survey here in the comments, and please be ready. Okay, can you see this masterpiece? Yes.
Yes.
Oh, great. So
Wonderful.
that's the first one. Please guess who is the author.
Okay. Pretty minimalistic. Okay, yeah. But good symmetry. I like it. It's a good one.
Great. The next one. It's Nastya.
All right. Okay. Well, I feel like a bit of plagiarism going on with the cat ears there. I feel like I kind of pioneered that, but apart from that, good selection of stickers. Looks pretty good.
Please continue. Please continue to do this.
I feel like I'm biasing people for the actual vote. Okay, now Igor, this is some real avant-garde stuff. You can tell that he's playing with depth. He's playing with the stickers, putting them in situations where maybe they weren't even intended yet, and creating something completely new. It's exciting, truly.
Yeah,
and
that's me.
The final one.
And Alina with the classic mascot sitting on the hand move. Again, the bubbling up sticker is also a good move, and might I add, good choice of background color here.
Okay, let's admire again. 1, 2, 3, and 4. You don't need to remember the numbers. I believe we will have names of our speakers in our survey. So now, please decide. Yeah. Make this really hard decision. And
so yeah, well, I believe we have the survey up at this point, and you can make your vote. So vote for Roman, Nastya, Igor, or Alina. May the best picture win. We'll give that a couple of seconds. If we had the technological integration, we could do some kind of drum roll, but we'll just fill the dead air otherwise.
I think I need to stop sharing the screen because I think the screen time can also affect the results.
Oh yeah, that's true. We don't want to bias people after I have set them up for that. We already got 107 votes in.
And they very like the intermediate results.
Oh, you're winning.
All right. We'll give that another couple of seconds, see where that goes. It's actually a pretty, I gotta say, it's a pretty close race. It's not as one-sided as I thought it may have been. So
okay, let's make a countdown. So
all right,
last 5 seconds to decide.
How will that work with the delay?
4,
3. Who knows?
It's no matter.
2 quickly now. 1, and yeah, no upset in the last few seconds. Igor takes home the prize. The prize is that maybe we'll see your picture on the official Kotlin Twitter account.
Mom, if you're watching this video right now, I know you're proud of me. Thank you.
Igor, which of your Twitter accounts do I need to mention? The Russian one or
no,
the
not
English one?
The English one without shitposting.
Okay. All right. So I haven't since we literally just selected favorites. I think one of the great follow-up questions maybe does go to Roman. The features that are being prioritized in Kotlin, do you feel that those match with the features that you like the most? Are those your favorite ones, or is there a bit of a discrepancy?
Oh, I mean, it's hard to tell for me because you see, we're doing the language not for ourselves. We're doing it mostly for you, the community. And whenever community really excited about to getting Kotlin, excites me too. So that's what we work. We look at what community wants, and we then sit and design, and then we become attached to it. So it's kind of no surprise that the features that community most wants to are also the features we love the most. We love working on them, and we want to get them done clean and delivered to you.
Okay, great. Nastya, again, KMM question for you, my favorite part. So, what is the best approach when trying to go for KMM for existing project with a huge code base?
Okay, and that's a great one, and we definitely should write more content about it, Katya. Probably hire a developer advocate and write more content. We had a couple of articles about it, about how to get started if you have an existing project. But for me, the first logical steps would be to revise and review your architecture and look at the libraries you are using. Well, the architecture is the simple part, because the cleaner your architecture is, the easier the migration will be. And the libraries, you should think which multi-platform libraries you would like to use in your project, and if you should migrate to some of them. For example, if you would like to use Ktor, you probably will need to migrate from Retrofit or some other solutions, etc. And probably the next step will be to extract some constants, some algorithms, some hardcore business logic, but yeah.
All
I
right.
think the general advice to do it gradually, as KMM allows it to do.
So here's a big question and a tough one that we're just gonna ask live out here to Alina. What will happen to the questions that we can't answer during this Q&A?
Because of our amazing breaks.
Well, unanswered questions. Unfortunately, we're not able to answer all of them. Yeah, but maybe we can have a chance to answer them in some other places. For example, in comments under this video. But you'll need to repeat them because the chat is not available once the stream is finished. Or you can always reach out to us via Slack or some blog posts. We also answer in there too. So there are plenty of channels to reach out to the team, and we're usually open to answer your questions and open to discussions.
Yeah, so we very much apologize that, of course, not every single question can be answered, but we really, really appreciate the fact that you folks have submitted so many of them that it's hard for us to even select which ones to get to next.
That's true. One more about Kotlin on server side. It goes to Igor again. What's the best sense and how to better sell Kotlin on backend to my CEO?
We recently launched a special program called Kotlin Enthusiasts Program. That it's a landing page that has all the materials that you may need for persuading your CEO or your team lead or anyone else to try Kotlin. It is presentations, different materials, and what's more important, it's the ability to reach our developer advocate, Anton Arkhipov, who can help you with presenting Kotlin stuff in your company.
Yeah, let me share the link on our live chat.
Oh, thanks.
All right. Another question in regards to I/O. Jordan asks, is OKIO, or I'm actually not sure how to pronounce that, Okio?
I think it's Okayo. We discussed it before keynote recording because we thought that it's like Ohio State, but Okayo library.
Okay, got you. So is Okayo the new official I/O recommendation for Kotlin?
Well, we don't have such entity as official recommendation from the Kotlin team, but I can tell you two facts. The first fact is that we are not planning, we don't have any plans on creating an IO library ourselves. And the second fact is that Okayo is a really great library that you should try if you want to work with IO. So you should make the decision yourself.
All right. Let me follow up with another question. And I'm not sure if anyone here can answer this, but again, otherwise, I think people will just have to look around a little bit. Are there any big features for Kotlin DL, or well, I guess we can widen this a little bit and also say Kotlin for data science and machine learning, maybe in general?
No one here can answer that.
Wonderful.
Philosophical one.
Philosophically, it's at least what I've seen from the intern. I'm gonna pull the great move that I can do as a developer advocate. I've seen a couple things internally that are brewing that are very exciting, but I don't think we can talk about those yet on stream. So you'll just have to stay tuned.
And subscribe to our YouTube channel. Yep.
That's right. Make sure you like, subscribe, and hit
Seb,
that bell.
you forgot to tell that if you're a technical writer, you can help them to create a documentation.
Oh, that's true. JetBrains.com/careers. Developer advocate, Kotlin multi-platform mobile, technical writer, Kotlin multi-platform mobile. Loads of interesting things.
Okay, that's the interesting one. I want to ask Roman. What's JetBrains' take on releasing first-party tools that are effectively replacing community-led projects? For example, Cover, JCoco, Kudana, Detect.
I mean, I think there's some misunderstanding here. First of all, Cover does not replace JCoco. Cover is actually based on JCoco. Cover uses JCoco and makes sure, uses lots of infrastructure from JCoco to actually support Kotlin. And we've talked a lot with JCoco team before doing that to make sure we're not stepping on their toes and not repeating something that is plans, because we'd love for community, of course, to step up and do things and help us, and we're ready to promote all the things, great things community doing. The same story with Kudana. It's not replacing Kudana. Is just bringing all the idea inspections that we already have in a nice format to your cloud. And again, if community had already done that for us, we'd be more than happy to promote this solution. But we've waited for 20 years, nobody did that, so we had to do it ourselves. That's the story.
All right. I have one more question. So besides, and I guess that one goes to Yegor, because we did mention Kodana at an earlier point. What kind of other languages does Kodana actually support?
Well, Kodana is based on existing inspections that we have in JetBrains IDEs. So eventually, at some point of time, Kodana will support the same languages as IntelliJ platform. But for now, we have support for Java, Kotlin, PHP, and Python. So feel free to try Kodana. It went out of AEP. It is stable and ready to use.
All right.
I think we are run out of time, but I have one last question, and we also we can't finish without it. So Roman, what's next for Kotlin coroutines?
Kotlin coroutines are now a stable feature in Kotlin. We're just fixing small, don't expect big breakthrough in coroutines. We're fixing small design leftovers in the language, and we're improving, cleaning up the libraries. Like, for example, the plan for the next release to significantly improve the channels, their performance inside the coroutines library. But don't expect anything like coroutines 2.0, etc. That's a stable major technology now, and we will be focusing on new cool things like that.
All right. Well, I think that was a really exciting and really diverse kind of set of questions and answers that we've gotten here. It's a bit of a shame that apparently some people lost audio by the end of this transmission, but hopefully in the recording that'll all be fixed and you'll be able to catch up on those last 5 or 10 minutes when things kind of started breaking down. So it's probably time for us to wrap up, right, Kate?
Yep.
Yeah, it's
I
been
just
an
started to read
intense
the
session.
comments and I lost in them. Such an active audience. It's
Yeah,
amazing.
certainly. It's people are really, really enthusiastic in the chat about all kinds of things. Anyway, at this point, I kind of want to remind people once more also about the activities and the abilities that they have to get different kinds of Kotlin swag. And one of the big ones is, of course, that this event is not over once this broadcast is over. There's a bunch of other videos that are going to be coming out in the context of it. And they will all come with a bunch of little quizzes. So you can answer a couple of questions, and the people who answer them the best will once again be handing out 30 packs of exclusive swag for all of you.
Yep. And as always, your feedback is highly appreciable and very valuable. And today we want to collect your feedback on the keynote. Again, we hope you enjoy it. And please, if you have some time, fill the form. Again, you will find all the links in the YouTube comments.
Right, and we can also once for the very last time do our little shout out of the content creation competition that we also have got going on. So if you want a chance to get one of 10 swag packs there, make sure you create some Kotlin content that other people enjoy and submit it via the Kotlin Slack channel. We'll have the rules also published for you. I assume on the landing page, probably most prominently. Yeah. Apart from that, I think we're kind of wrapping up here. It was really nice talking to all of you. I was gonna say seeing you face to face again. Well, it's almost, but close enough. And I would of course also like to say thank you so much to everyone else who tuned in. Make sure that you also tune in for all the other videos that are gonna be coming up. Again, if you hit the subscribe button and the bell, you will get reminded of these things.
And we're looking for technical writer.
And a developer advocate, JetBrains.com/careers. Help us. It's going to make our lives better, and you're going to be able to do really, really exciting stuff in our team. Okay. With that, we're going to sign off. Going to say goodbye, and we hope to see you in another broadcast again soon. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye.